we had this this deep dive. Sorry for that, I'm still coughing and stuff. Okay, we need to download. I don't know why I can't download as PDF. It's ridiculous. It's going on to Google. Whatever it's called. Google Cloud. Loading. Might take forever. Okay, now we can say export. No, download as PDF. So why not just have it as a function in the original thing? Not sure. Okay, so we created, and what do we have? We have the deep research. We have this interactive web app, which could be made better, but it's actually comparing Bionic Chaos to other similar tools, which is nice. Okay,
imagine this.
We have an audio overview. Let's actually download it. It's only a short one.
Imagine this. You're really fascinated by the human brain, maybe AI, but every time you try to learn more, it just feels like wading through this swamp of data, right?
Oh, yeah. We've all been there.
So today, our deep dive is specifically for you. If you're curious about things like brain-computer interfaces or AI, or maybe you just want a clearer path, a shortcut to understanding this stuff without getting totally bogged down, we're looking at a really interesting online platform. It's called BionicChaos.com.
Right. And their whole mission, they say, is to democratize biomedical data processing, basically making tools accessible, open source.
And that name, Bionic Chaos, it's not just catchy, is it?
No, it's actually quite philosophical. It points to that, sometimes chaotic result you get when you mix biology and electronics.
That complexity, the sort of messiness of real science.
Exactly. But then the platform itself tries to paradoxically simplify that messiness for learning. It's a personal project, too, which I think is important context.
Okay, so let's get into that. What's the core idea here? What makes it stand out?
Well, its real superpower, I think, is that it's no installation. It's all web native.
None.
Meaning all the code, it's mostly JavaScript. It just runs right there in your web browser.
Ah, okay, so no complex setup.
None. It
Yeah.
just removes these huge technical hurdles, makes these pretty complex biomedical ideas instantly accessible,
That's huge for accessibility.
It is. And the creators really open about it, too. They talk about when things like break in production.
Oh, really? They share the glitches?
Yeah, this whole build-in public thing, it kind of turns the platform itself into this meta-educational experience.
So you're not just learning the science, you're seeing how the science tools get built. The real, sometimes messy process.
Exactly. You see the iteration.
That meta-educational part is, wow, that's interesting. Does seeing that messiness ever feel confusing for a newcomer, or is it generally helpful?
That's a good question. I think because it's framed as part of the process, it actually helps. It shows engineering isn't perfect, it's iterative, builds trust, maybe, and understanding of how things actually get made.
Okay.
And you really see this play out with their interactive tools.
Right. Let's talk examples, because this is where it gets really practical and kind of cool, like the EEG and ECG simulators.
Yeah, the electroencephalogram brainwaves and electrocardiogram heart rhythms.
Forget installing complex software. Here, you can just interactively generate brainwaves, like alpha waves.
Right, the ones associated with being relaxed but awake. Or you can even simulate seizure activity. See what that looks like.
And heart rhythms, too.
Yep, different cardiac rhythms. All right there. These tools are just fantastic for illustrating the concepts, helping you build that basic intuition. What do these signals actually look like?
So great for getting that initial feel, but, and this seems important, it's not for actual diagnosis, right?
Oh, absolutely not. That's the critical distinction. It gives you foundational understanding, which is invaluable.
Yeah.
But it is categorically not for high-stakes clinical diagnosis or serious research analysis.
That's where the heavy-duty tools come in.
Exactly. Things like EG Lab or PM Cardio. Those are the industry standard, validated software packages for real, in-depth clinical work. Bionic Chaos is the starting point.
Got it. And it sounds like it's a similar story for their visualization tools, like for FNIRS and MRI.
Precisely. FNIRS, that's functional near-infrared spectroscopy,
Oh, yeah.
measures brain activity through blood flow changes.
And MRI, the magnetic resonance imaging scans of brain structure.
Right. You can visualize FNIRS data, interact with the 3D brain MRI model, again, just in your browser.
So exploring the data structure, understanding what you're looking at.
Yeah. Again, it's for that conceptual understanding,
Mm.
for visualization, not the heavy lifting.
Not the intense data processing, getting rid of artifacts, segmentation, all that stuff you need for cutting-edge research.
No. For that level of work, you need powerful specialized tools. Things like Homer 3 for FNRS or 3D Slicer for advanced MRI analysis. They really shine there.
Okay. But Bionic Chaos does dip into AI, too.
It does. And this is really interesting. They have a neural network trainer.
Okay.
It's a brilliant example of their teaching approach. You can actually train a simple neural network right there in the browser.
Seriously, without coding.
Without writing a single line of code. You can tweak parameters like the learning rate, how fast the model learns, and instantly see what happens.
Wow, so you can grasp these abstract machine learning concepts.
Yeah, like overfitting. When the model learns the training data too well and can't generalize, you see it happen. It's a superb interactive tutorial. Really demystifies these complex processes.
So putting it all together, what's the big picture here for someone listening? What does Bionic Chaos really offer you?
I think it excels as an on-ramp. That's the key idea. Its biggest value is pedagogical teaching.
Right, an outstanding starting point if you want to build that foundational knowledge.
Exactly. Ideal for students, hobbyists, maybe educators, looking for engaging ways to demonstrate these concepts.
And we need to stress this again.
Yes. Critically important. It is categorically not a tool for doing actual research or analyzing real patient data or making any kind of clinical decision.
For those tasks.
You absolutely need established, validated, robust software. Non-negotiable.
So the platform itself helps teach the limits of the tool.
In a way, yes. Understanding that boundary, knowing when a tool is appropriate versus when it isn't, that's a crucial insight in itself. Just as important as knowing how to use it.
Absolutely. So think of Bionic Chaos as your intuitive guide, helping you understand the what and the how of biomedical engineering.
Yeah, it empowers you to start exploring these really complex fields with, well, minimal friction. Get you started.
Which leads to a final thought, maybe. In this world just overflowing with information, how can you best use accessible tools like Bionic Chaos, not just to passively consume knowledge, but to really get a feel for the process of creating it?
Mm-hmm. Something to maybe mull over until our next deep dive.
Okay, I'll do a next one. We'll do a next one in a sec. If you have any questions, there is a human in the loop, just if you were wondering. Just if you were wondering. Not actually sure what's the difference between the infographic it's generating to the website. I think I like the website a bit better. I don't know, it's only horizontal bar charts versus vertical. And yeah. There's no interactive stuff to it. Before, when doing interactive, it did the tab, like a tab selection thing. It's meant to be highlighted somehow when you scroll. That doesn't work, does it? And what else? You can also do a quiz. Quizzes are nice. Everyone loves a good quiz, don't they? So where's the deep research? Create a quiz. Generate quiz. Why not? Yeah, EEG Lab is not really free, is it? Because you need MATLAB. MATLAB is not free. It's giving us a lot of good ideas. Thank you very much. Okay, let's do a quiz. Shall we do a quiz? According to the report, what is the primary philosophical difference between Bionic Chaos and the EEG lab? Must be this one, whatever that is. Show hint. Yeah, I like it. The analysis concludes that Bionic Chaos' greatest strength is also the source of its primary weakness. What is this? The core? I think something about uploading the data. Is it this one? Yeah, it's being a bit too dramatic, I reckon. At first, his neuroscience student wants to visually understand the difference between, well, of course I'll say Bionic Chaos. That's right. Thank you very much. Yeah, the quiz is obviously biased towards 1, 2. A researcher has collected 64 channel. I would say Bionic Chaos. The researcher has collected 64 channel EEG data and needs to perform independent component analysis. Well, no, just say use an LLM. I would just say use Gemini to write Python code that will do it. And that's essentially what we're showing on this YouTube channel as to how you could do it essentially yourself. Well, with an agent. When comparing Bionic Chaos ECG simulated to the clinical AI tool PM Cardio, I'm not actually familiar with it. What is the fundamental difference? Can simulate more cardiac rhythms? It's free. Let's say that. No, I was wrong. Illustrates that ECG looks like while PM analyzes real patient data. Okay. What essential analysis step crucial for a meaningful FNIRS research? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't like this. It used to be, it was, to begin with, it was highly biased towards Bionic Chaos, but then it's not anymore. So, no, I'm joking, of course. Yeah, should check out all these other tools as well. Well, there's the EEG Lab Brainstorm BESA Simulator. BESA Simulator, that's just for EEG analysis. Then for ECG, you have ECG Sim, Skill Start, PM Cardio. I haven't actually tried them. For FNIRS and MRI, you have Home of 3D Slicer, Mira. Yeah, go check them out as well. Yeah, not sure this bit is relevant. Yeah, the trainer was just a very basic example. Yeah, can't really compare it. Ease of use, yes, just a single button. Training. Yes, so very interesting. We might make it available on the page. It's really funny how I start losing how I start losing viewers when I talk. Yeah.